She is from Texas, and she actually was a Dallas Cowboy cheerleader at one point. We talked a little bit about cheerleading tonight, but she lost her mother passed this past year, and at Autumn Advance, she was telling her story that I'd not heard, but her mother in Texas, Mary Kay, attempted to book her mother.
Wow.
And she told her no. And so, I mean, Mary Kay was working the business, booking skincare classes, and she knew Tessa's mother. That's her nickname. But she said, my mama was warm-chattered. I don't know if she called it warm-chattered, but she was approached by Mary Kay Ash to have a facial and share it with some friends and to have a beauty show, which is what she called it at the time, and she told her no. So, Allison, if that might help, Mary Kay, I mean, people told Mary Kay no. And so that came to mind as I was listening to you talk, and then I noticed a lot of sleeping going on around this group. I mean, Angie sleeping and at the Red Retreat, and I was thinking about, we knew love and we knew she was tired, and I was thinking, it took me back in a moment in a classroom where it was before the time of having all these competencies and checked off, but where people really needed people in love. And I had a little boy in my class that needed sleep so much that I just told him if he'd put his head down and rest, the hour that he had my class, that I would pass him. I said, you'll get a C, so you just sleep. And because his daddy was kind of forced him to play in a band, and he never got in till 1 or 2 in the morning. And I knew that kid needed to sleep. And so I said, you just put your head down, and I'll pass you. And sometimes the people need to sleep. And there's pain, whatever pain is in front of you. I've noticed here that a lot of things have come out of pain. As I've listened to you talk here, great things come out of pain. Great things come out of pain if you can get through the pain. Great things come out of difficult decisions, like I've heard you saying no to good things, and you had to release something before you could see something great over here. And there's a pattern there. There's a pattern in that type of living and behavior. So, and I love hearing the stories about the red jackets. And, I so vividly remember Angie and at that Red Jacket Beach Retreat and the condo that we were in. And I really didn't notice that she was asleep because it didn't faze me. I knew she needed to sleep. And I remember there, but I also remember Kristen. We didn't have Red Jacket events at that time, but you came to my house as a Red Jacket. You came to my house. I ran like a Red Jacket dinner or Red Jacket supper.
And had to do a power start.
And you had to do a power start. I mean, it was a power start. And, of course, that was going to lead her to her Red Jacket as she came to my house. And I'll never forget. She looked around, and I think I was grilling or something, but I remember her looking out. And I had like this grill that was like 110 years old.
And Joe was having a hard time getting it to start.
Yeah, he probably was.
And I just thought,
that's a really old grill. And I'm thinking, well, it normally works. And we don't really throw anything away till it's not working anymore. And so I remember her being there as a Red Jacket. And that's when I learned she played the piano. And she did a lot with her hands. And so, special times. But I want to say thank you to Angie and Kristen, especially Kristen, and then Angie supporting it. But, you've got leaders that organized and planned an event like this for you, that would create an experience for you to leave your land of to go toward a Canaan, to leave your land of I want to call it your usual routine. You're leaving your usual routine, to go somewhere, to do something different, to feel something different, to hear something different, to go and be different, to be more, to be better, and to bless others. And they don't have to do that. It's not something that they have to do, but they take the time because they love you. and they love this company. And so I think we need to thank and appreciate them for the effort to put into this. And then to thank each of you. I could sit here. I'm taking notes because we learn from each other. Every time I hear Angie speak, I'm more in awe of her ability to articulate. Aren't you? Every time, just tremendous. And then Kristen she's just a pro. I mean, isn't she, in every sense of the word, just how she brings the message, but it's fluid and it's easy and it's soft and it's palatable. You can digest it. Isn't it good? And then to have the invitation to be here, I just want you to know this is my favorite thing to do in Mary Kay. Is these small, intimate, red jacket retreats. There's two things I love the most. This one, so you're letting me be a part of something I love the most. That means it's a small group, you're set apart, you're beyond being brand new, you understand that there's more to the business than just makeup and product, that there's something about changing someone's life, growing a team. But you're not quite got it all going on yet, but you understand that there's more to it than what you thought, and you're willing to start building a foundation. So I love that group, always have for 34 years. I love this audience. And then I love working with people like Kristen and Angie that's built a national area, had people to pass it on to. I love talking with them. So it's like I like the beginning, and I like the ones that have built it, and then now we're going to different places of significance. So thank you for allowing me to have a few hours of my most favorite thing, which is this event. So I want to, someone said about self-improvement. I want to give you a quote from Mary Kay. Mary Kay said that Mary Kay was the best self-improvement course you will ever be paid to take. Isn't that good?
Sure.
The best self-improvement course you'll ever be paid to take.
Notice she said that you will be paid to take.
Yep. And the name of our, I don't know all your names yet. I'll get there. But someone mentioned connections, and that we're connecting the dots. I think it was Penny. Yes. Connecting the dots. And I thought, that was the name of our national area, was Glinda's Total Connection. So let me start there. I wanted my message to be that we would connect, and that we would make the right connections, and that we would listen to the right voices. And our most important connection would be to connect with our Creator, connect with those divine nudges, those holy nudges, to connect with God, to connect with the Holy Spirit, to connect and get that divine revelation. And I got that because of Mary Kay. I didn't have it before. And I knew that was our founder. So I knew we connect every day, connect with Him, that we're here for a purpose. Then the second connection was to connect with Mary Kay, the founder. Connect with her. And you can always connect with her. She doesn't have to be here. Kristen is doing it brilliantly. The house that Mary Kay built. When you connect and you build your business her way, and you ask yourself the question, and I've written it, I've got Kristen's charts everywhere, because I just want them to be in front of everyone. I put, what does it look like to build your business the Mary Kay way? What does it look like to run your business the Mary Kay way? And when you ask yourself that question, and then I put at the bottom, I don't know, someone said this earlier, my next question was, how is Mary Kay a vehicle to love? How is Mary Kay a vehicle by which to love? And when you can, so every time you connect with this piece of paper, every time you connect with this paper, and you ask yourself, you're connecting with our founder. You're not connecting with me or Kristen or Angie or corporate. You're connecting with her. How would Mary Kay? So that's the second connection. And then the most important, then the third connection was to leave your home every day to make a connection, to connect with others, and to have JOCO. You know, we hear some things called FOMO and fear of missing out. And I thought, well, why can't we have JOCO? The joy of connecting often.
I like that.
The joy of connecting often. And what would that look like? And I was just listening. Actually, I think it was this morning. I was listening to someone speak about fasting. And she said, you know, when you have a fast from like social media or fast, she said, people are, it was such a positive way to look at this. And I thought, well, that's part of who we are, and that God made us to connect. God made us to connect. And even when you're distracted or addicted or scrolling through some form of social media, it is coming, in addition to the addiction, it's coming from a deep-seated need to connect. And so I thought, yeah, and the next time I get an urge to scroll, I'm going to put it down and go connect with somebody live. I thought, I'm just going to make a phone call and actually talk to somebody and connect, or go see somebody and connect. So you're part of Glinda's Total Connection, and I'm very blessed and humbled and honored that God would see fit to allow Kristen to grow up in my house, and then from that to be able to be introduced to Angie, and to see all the people's lives are going to be touched because of you. So thank you for allowing me to be here tonight and tomorrow to share with you what's been going on and what I'm learning and the insights I've got from maybe a different place that I might not have had a few years ago. But let's go back to this, the beginning, just a little bit about my story and connect with you. I believe I'd like for you to, if you're going to write anything down, I'd like for you to write it on the house, because I want you to see